God here, back with another video, and today we're doing with Naruto's and the Uchiha and Kaguya clans, part 3, and so the reason this video is coming out is obviously because you guys hit the like goal of 15 likes on the last part of the video, on the last part of the series. So yeah, just wanted you guys to know to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video, and yeah, hopefully guys, you guys enjoy the video, and with that being said, let's get started. Alright guys, so we left off with all of Team 7 kind of aggravating Team Guy, or at least Neji on Team Guy. That was mostly Naruto, because he kind of just, avoided Neji and didn't really care about him. Kind of just like ignored him completely. Made him like act as if he didn't exist. So yeah, they almost fought, but then Guy came in and stopped them from fighting, stopped Naruto from humiliating Neji. So yeah, now they're in the training exams room right before B comes in, and that's where we left off. A kid named Kabuto, not that many years older than Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura, come up to them and tell them they should probably stop making a scene, because every other genin in the whole thing is looking at them. He would then, continue to explain the cards thing, and basically to show off Gaara's skills, as well as Rock Lee's and Neji's, which Naruto doesn't really get that impressed, because, he thinks that he could probably beat Neji, because at this point in time, Naruto does have Rock Lee's weightless speed at the moment. So yeah, Naruto would continue on with that stuff. And then eventually, Team Dosu would come in and attack Kabuto. Kabuto would lose his hearing in his left ear and shatter his glasses, and then Ibiki would enter the room. And so for this thing, guys, they're literally not even going to be having any problems, because Naruto has 3 Tomoe Sharingan. So if he really wanted to, he could just like Genjutsu one of the, Chunin, or he could Genjutsu Sakura into giving him the answers, or just, copy the same way Sasuke did. So yeah, that would happen, and they would all make it through the first round pretty effortlessly. So yeah, then they would enter in the second exam with Anko as the proctor. They would get the Earth Scroll this time, and so yeah, they would end up getting their scroll, and then they would begin the second part of the exams. Naruto, beginning the exams, would just kind of like use a multi-shadow clone jutsu, making around 50 clones, so that way they're not too weak, and they would go take out, other teams and getting scrolls from them. The teams would be teams of 3, so that way, they'd be able to take people out, just in case like 1 or 2 of them got destroyed. The third one could always make it back to them with the clones, or with the scroll that they took. So yeah, Naruto would have around 4 or 5 scrolls, 4 Earth and 2 Heavens, just because of the amount of fodder his teams took out. And so yeah, he would have gotten all those scrolls, and then eventually Orochimaru would come and, almost take out Naruto, but Naruto, when the snake was coming, would make kind of like a shield of bones around him, and killing the snake instantaneously, because when it tries to chomp down on Naruto, he would like explode in bones, exploding bone clone, I guess you could call it that, and basically the snake would get destroyed. It's kind of similar to Jiraiya's Needle Jizo, where he like explodes needles from his hair, except for this time Naruto just explodes in lots of bone spikes. He would then go help defeat Orochimaru with Sasuke, and since Naruto has a fully developed Sharingan, he would actually be able to somewhat keep up with Orochimaru, although Orochimaru's not really putting that much effort into it, since he's way, way faster than Naruto ever would be. So eventually Naruto just ends up using the 9-tailed chakra, and he's going to end up using 1 tail this time around, and with his 3 Tomoe Sharingan, 1 cloak of chakra, he's actually able to like stand up against Orochimaru, and Orochimaru can't really get the seal on him, just because Naruto is so much faster now. He's like really, really fast at this moment in time, especially with like the Sharingan and 3 Tomoe Sharingan, especially like with his bone stuff, and he's really interested right now because he's got the Kaguya clan as well, so he thinks that he should probably abandon Sasuke, but also probably still get the curse mark on him just in case. So he goes and dashes at Sasuke, trying to put the curse mark on him. And he goes to put the curse seal of heaven on Sasuke when Naruto just gets in the way and kind of just takes the hit for him. Although in this case, Orochimaru would shatter his teeth, not being able to impale Naruto since he's got like a layer of bone under him, not making sure Orochimaru cannot impale him. At least not with teeth. Especially when, like, you know, Naruto's got, you know, the Kaguya clan bones in him. So yeah, he would not be able to do that, shattering Orochimaru's teeth, kind of annoying him. And then he would just kind of start pummeling him, eventually getting up to the two-tailed, nine-tails mode Chocolate Cloak. In this case, Orochimaru would actually just kind of like run away because he doesn't really want to have to fight off the Nine Tails with, you know, 2-3 Tomoe Sharingan is in him, plus the Kaguya clan Genkai. To this point, Naruto is basically really strong at this rate. It's basically the same as the Four Tails Naruto, which, by the way, was bodying Orochimaru in Naruto Shippuden, because that was only half the Nine Tails of Four Tails. Since this is Two Tails Naruto, with the full Nine Tails, it should probably be around the same, since everything right here is double of what it would have been in the original Naruto. So yeah, he kind of just dips, and Naruto just calms down himself and kind of just like takes a rest and tells his team that they need to make it to the entrance to the, you know, tower. They make it there 20 minutes later, beating Gaara's team by 3 minutes, although they do look roughed up. But Gaara's team comes in and they do not really look roughed up at all. And Naruto and Gaara kind of just have like this little like stare off thing where they're both kind of just staring into the eyes each other, trying to make one of them like quiver in fear. And then Naruto activates his Sharingan, puts Gaara under a Genjutsu by eyesight, and kind of just like puts Shikaku under a Sharingan Genjutsu, basically like forcing his will out of Gaara. Gaara would then stop hearing, you know, the sounds of his mother, and basically kind of just get some sleep actually, and, you know, be a normal person a little early on. But he still got like a lot of bloodlust because Naruto only temporarily put Shikaku out of commission, and it only worked for about maybe a few days, maybe a week at most. So Gaara, when he actually feels really tired because of Shikaku not really using his chakra to keep him awake, just falls asleep for like 4 days and gets 4 days worth of sleep, putting him at more of an advantage for the people. So yeah, at the end of the 4 days, Naruto and Sasuke have been like just light sparring, just making sure they don't really get rusty, and even like getting like a little pair of weights for them and stuff. So yeah, they'll all be getting that, and the weights right now are only like 50 pounds on each arm and 70 pounds on each leg, but it's a start for Naruto and Sasuke. Sakura would just kind of like just practice her chakra control and just like, you know, do stuff like that. So yeah, finally the fifth day comes, and all the teams that were there in the original are still there right now. Naruto just took out some of the other teams. So yeah, Naruto is gonna end up fighting Kiba like in normal. Actually, no. The fights matches up are gonna be all the same, except for in this case, Kiba is gonna be fighting off against Gaara, and Naruto is gonna be fighting off against Rock Lee. So all the other fights are the same except for Sasuke's, Naruto's, and Kiba's, where Kiba's just gonna end up forfeiting. Sasuke's gonna body the other guy a little bit way easier than in canon. And now I'm about to talk about Naruto's fight versus Rock Lee. Naruto's been training with weights on for the last 4 days, so he does have a little bit small increase, but not much that's like really that much of an increase. So just gonna put that out there before the fight starts. So finally it's Naruto versus Lee, and Lee just like, alright Naruto, let's have a great fight. We'll show off our fires of youth. And Naruto's like, what was that, Lee? Did you say something? And then Lee would like kind of get mad at his hip attitude and get ready to fight, immediately knowing he has to take off his weights if he wants to even have a chance at this fight. Naruto, seeing Lee does this, just keeps his on to see how fast Lee is, and then Lee makes craters with his weights, and Naruto's like, oh crap, better take off my weights. Naruto does this, making smaller, not even like smaller craters, just like a dent in the earth, not really a crater like Lee's. Naruto and Lee would then start kind of like fighting off. Naruto hasn't even activated his Sharingan yet and is still pretty evenly matched with Lee, although it's clear that Naruto is slightly faster with his weights off. Just because beforehand he was as fast as Lee, and Lee didn't really get any faster over the 5 days because he wasn't really training, but Naruto was getting training in with weights on, so he did get a little bit faster. So yeah, Naruto's still got the very little edge, and Lee eventually knows he has to activate the gates. So Lee's like, first gate, get him open. And Naruto's like, what the crap? He activates his Sharingan and sees that there's a massive buildup in chakra. Lee then goes all the way up to the third gate and charges at Naruto. Naruto can like slightly dodge his attacks, but it's like really on the back foot right now. He's losing this battle, and he knows if he doesn't do anything soon, he's going to lose no matter what. So Naruto then, he basically just substitutes with a clone of himself, and it's an exploding bone clone. So Lee would end up hitting the clone, and it would explode a lot of bones. Not really hitting Lee, just giving Naruto enough time to like get on the back foot and regain some of his breath. So yeah, Naruto would then regain some of his breath, and he would go into the mindscape of the QB. Naruto would ask the QB for some chakra, just like half a tail's worth, so that way he didn't really mess up his like flow of like mind or anything, so he could beat this fight and become a Chunin. QB, or Karma in this case, wouldn't really want to, but he doesn't really want to be like forced to do it by Naruto's Sharingan, so he kind of just does it. He gives him half a tail's worth, just like kind of like the amount he would use in Haku's. So it's basically about a tail's worth of the old canon self and half a tail's worth for this full 9 tails. So yeah, Naruto would get a half a tails, and his speed would dramatically increase, putting Lee on the back foot, making Lee look like not even that fast. Lee would then end up using all the way up to the 5th gate, and being an even match for Naruto, which has to use a whole tail of QB's chakra just to keep up with him. And yeah, so Lee and Naruto are fighting it out, but Lee eventually just kind of runs out of stamina and just kind of falls to the ground, unconscious. Naruto would just kind of like start jumping up in the air, raising his fist in triumphantness. So yeah, Naruto would end up winning that fight, although he would end up being really tired afterwards and kind of just fall into the stands with Sakura catching him. Sakura and Ina's fight would then end up happening, which is also a different fight than in canon. See, Sakura actually has some jutsu on her hands and not just like the substitution jutsu and clone jutsu. And so she's actually far above Ino in this case, even being slightly like about 3 times as fast as her original canon counterpart was. So yeah, she actually completely bodies Ino, which isn't really that much of a feat, but you know, yay Sakura. She ends up using Earth Wall to get out of Ino's mind transfer, mind body jutsu. And so that way she can't really be hit with that. And then she ends up using Earth-style Mud Golems, which she learned, but she's almost out of chakra from that one move by making 2 Mud Golems. But those 2 Mud Golems are enough to take out Ino, with leaving Sakura on the behind pretty safe. So yeah, Sakura ends up winning that and makes it to the finals of the Chunin exams. So yeah, Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke all made it to the finals. So yeah, they would be told that they have a month to train, and all of them would set off to find their own teachers. Now, Shino would be training with his clan, so Sakura would actually be trained by Kurenai. And Sasuke and Naruto would both want to be trained by Kakashi, but Naruto would end up being actually trained by Jiraiya. And it'd be like a similar case in canon, except for instead of Naruto needed to prove himself against Jiraiya needs to prove himself for Naruto. Because Naruto thinks that, you know, he needs to be trained by Kakashi, and he doesn't really think Jiraiya's that much, considering he saw him perving at girls. So yeah, he's like, alright, if you can land a hit on me today, then I'll let you be my trainer. And Jiraiya's like, alright. And then he hits Naruto faster than Naruto could even see with his Sharingan active, blurs out of his sight, and hits him. So Naruto's like, alright, fine, I'll let you be my trainer. And Jiraiya just, you know, goes to the place where they've been training and asks him if he already knows water walking, which Naruto says yes, he learned that a long time ago. Jiraiya's like, alright, good. And then he's gonna teach him the summoning jutsu. Naruto's like, alright, do it. He activates his Sharingan, And Jiraiya shows him the hand seals, which Naruto's like, alright, is there anything I need to do? He's like, yes, you need to sign this with your blood and then put your hand on it with the sign you used. So Naruto puts his handprint there right after Minato Namikaze's and puts Naruto Uchiha. He would then, go through the hand seals, copying Jiraiya perfectly, and summoning Gamakichi for his first summon. Jiraiya is kind of amazed that Naruto would be able to do this, and he was like, so how much chakra did you use? He was like, I was holding back because I thought it would be like the clone jutsu, where if I put too much, it won't really work. Jiraiya was like, oh, alright then, put as much chakra as you can. And he would then tell, Gamakichi to leave. And then Naruto would put as much chakra as he could into it, summoning Gamabunta. Although this left Naruto very worn out and kind of tired. Jiraiya would be amazed that Naruto can summon Gamabunta like with so little difficulty, making Naruto kind of feel pretty special. And then Naruto would have to go through that little test with Gamabunta, and Naruto would actually pass pretty easily just because he's more skilled, and he just 6 chakra to Gamabunta and just stays there, which Gamabunta is really impressed. But then Naruto falls off and it has to be in the hospital for a day to recover from chakra exhaustion and overuse of just tiredness in general. So yeah, Naruto would then end up just training his physical attributes with Jiraiya and even learning the Rasengan. Naruto just kind of uses his Sharingan and then sees Jiraiya act with the Rasengan, and Naruto just kind of learns it pretty easily. He learns the first step within the first 2 hours, second step within the next day, and he just learns the third step in the first 20 tries, just because of his Sharingan. Seeing Jiraiya do it made it look pretty easy to learn. So basically, yeah, he learned an Airi Jutsu in 2 days, which is pretty amazing to Jiraiya. And then Naruto would just kind of work on amping his speed and strength and just natural raw ability and raw stats. So yeah, Naruto would end up being really, really strong and getting his weights put up to 400 on his legs and 300 on his arms. And Naruto can move around as fast as he was with his weights off at the very beginning in the second part of the Trinity steps with his weights on still. So yeah guys, with that being said, that's where I'm going to end this video, just because I don't really want to get that long like the last part of this was, because this is going to be a really, really hard video to edit. Anyways guys, with that being said, this was, what if Naruto was in the Uchiha and Kaguya clans, part 3. The like goal to this video is going to end up being 20 likes for the next part. And so yeah guys, with that being said, anime.
Yeah, I don't wanna fall asleep, I don't wanna pass away. I've been thinking of our future, cause I'll never see those days. I don't know why this has happened, but I probably deserve